Now it's time to talk all things grain. Good morning to Timothy Rhook.
Good morning, how are you?
Very well, thank you. Now, I know that quite an important report came out overnight, the May edition of the USDA Supply and Demand Report. Why is this one important?
Although most of what we already know about the market's already out there in terms of news, what this USDA report is going to do is give us a sound understanding of 15-16 carry-out figures, and then begin to give us our first look at the 16-17 supply and demand figures.
Okay, and were there any surprises? What did you find?
Little bits and pieces. So the report was released at noon in the US. There's a couple of surprises. Made soybeans finish 57 cents higher, corn finishing up 12 and wheat up 4. I'll go into a little bit more detail, and I know we don't have long, but wheat was a fairly redundant report. We were expected to see a 7 million tonne reduction in wheat production globally, but consumption is almost down the same figure. That's mainly out of China and the EU. Ending stocks for wheat are still projected higher, so really nothing new there. For corn, production's up again on 2015-16 figures, up another 42 million tonne. With that, we have the same figure increase in global consumption. These numbers that we're seeing on the corn, they're just short of the record corn crops we saw in 14-15. On the oil seeds, so US production was down 3 million tonne year on year. That was on lower soybean production. However, global oilseed production is expected to rise another 2%. This morning, before the USDA report was released, we saw South America's version of the USDA report, and that made cuts to its soybean crop. So even though we've seen a rally in soybeans and a small rally in corn and wheat this morning, I think the report's really telling us the same thing we know in the last 1 to 2 months. We've got massive global supply. We have another huge Northern Hemisphere crop on our doorstep, and it still seems to be setting that same tone. Today, I'm really interested to see what our new crop canola numbers are going to do today with a limit up rally on soybeans overnight. New crop canola has been bid about that 555 Melbourne Geelong track over the last few days. It'll be interesting to see what happens there today. APW new crop contracts, I don't think we'll see too much change here, and I don't think the old crop market will change too much either. One thing to watch closely, though, is the currency trade. Look, it is impossible to know where we are going to see the Aussie trend, but if we do continue to see a trend lower in the Aussie dollar, we'll see Aussie crop become a lot more price competitive globally.
It's certainly been better news in the past week or so.
I think so, and it's a lot more promising. We're moving into a quite an optimistic season with rainfall over the last couple of weeks. So I'm looking forward to the season ahead. It's going to be interesting.
I can feel the optimism in your voice. Look, I don't think there was going to be many surprises, but thank you for the update on that, and we'll certainly watch canola. It's nothing but, if nothing else, it's an interesting one to watch, canola.
Absolutely. I appreciate your time.
Thanks, Tim. Timothy Rhook is the account manager from Ag Farm.